from Central Florida to Sarasota County by the spring of 2019. Obviously, there's some work left to be done. There's a process which we've communicated we will honor and respect from the beginning, and we will continue to work with the club, our partners at the City of Northport and the West Villages, to make sure that we get all the proper approvals and agreements in place so that we can move forward in hopes of being here in 2019. So with that, I will entertain any questions you might have.
Why is this appealing to Sarasota County? Some say it's only a month of baseball for a lot of money. Why is this so appealing?
Well, it's appealing because there are only 30 of these franchises in existence. A limited number of them in the state of Florida, as you know, and for us now to have 2 of them in our community will benefit us exponentially, especially in the area of the county that we are targeting for this franchise to land. So we think the impact will be great for us, especially in that part of the county.
Will it be a similar breakdown with the Orioles where you get county, state, and team money?
We have some partners. It will be, we have an application process with the state of Florida. There will be some tourist development tax dollars from Sarasota County. There will be some, hopefully, some participation from the City of Northport, the Atlanta Braves themselves, as well as the West Villages.
You said the state as well, did you?
I did say the state of Florida will be, an application will be sent to them to consider for their participation as well.
Do you know, Jeff, what the breakdown might be as far as the private part, the West Villages part, in terms of a percentage that the private portion of this might be?
I cannot speak to that at this point, Lord. That's one of the final things that we'll be working through. I can tell you that the county's portion has been declared to be the tourist development tax money up to our charter cap limit, so it'll be net proceeds below that amount, which will be roughly $21 million.
And that's no tax dollars whatsoever in this whole thing?
No, that's all from visitors to our area who stay in our hotels, and so those funds will be used to pay for our portion of the stadium.
What's the biggest difference between this potential project and the Orioles situation years ago?
In terms of?
How would this be different? Is there any difference, or is it basically the same kind of boilerplate negotiations?
Well, every deal is different, clearly. We have more partners involved in this one, for one, and the degree to which they will participate is yet to be determined. So some of those things will be fleshed out as we continue to progress.
Why do people ask you why the Braves are moving from Walt Disney World to Northport? Some people who are not familiar with Northport might think, why do you want to leave Disney World?
Well, I will not speak on behalf of the team, but from my experience with spring training, I will tell you that it's critical to be near other clubs. That's certainly one of the most important facets of being in Florida. And now that the other teams have pretty much left Central Florida, with the exception of the Tigers in Lakeland, they would have 2+ hour bus rides to most other communities. Situating them in the West Villages where we will be, they will be very close to the Orioles here, obviously in Sarasota, the Rays in Charlotte County, and all the other clubs, the Pirates in Bradenton. So their proximity is a major asset and a major attraction to them being here.
What's it mean for the city of Northport, being the largest city in Sarasota County, to finally have, let's call it a team and have a spring home of their own down there?
Well, I think we still have some process to go through in terms of their city manager being in contact with their commissioners. But I think the ideal situation is for that entire part of our community. There's long been a desire to have something to drive the economy down there, and we see this as a catalyst to do just that.
So does your crystal ball say this is going to happen, or you're optimistic, or it's 50-50, or how can you quantify this?
My crystal ball, which I don't have, tells me that we still are cautiously optimistic. The fact that they have identified us as the site and they will be exclusively negotiating with us is certainly encouraging, and we'll put a little credibility and a little more credence into that. But there is some work left yet to be done, so we'll continue to keep our noses down and do what we need to do to get it done.
So they are not talking to Palm Beach anymore?
They are not talking to any other communities in the state of Florida. We are it. They are they've made it clear that they want to be here. They've said as much to us on more than one occasion, and obviously the feeling is mutual. We'd love to have them here as well.
Can you cite a few examples of what still needs to be ironed out? Is it money? Is it something other than money?
Well, obviously, that's the primary thing, and there's a state application that needs to be completed and filed with the state and considered at their level. The roles that everybody else will have to play in the deal. We will have interlocal agreements. We'll have a facilities use agreement with the club. So all of those things are yet to come. We'll have to go before our Board of County Commissioners on more than one occasion, the Tourist Development Council on more than one occasion. The City of Northport will have their processes to go through as well. So all of which we will respect and do our due diligence in trying to get the deal done.
Is there a minor league component to this as well, for a single A or something like that?
Has not been finalized yet, but I will suggest to you that, they may not necessarily be connected at this point, but the Braves did recently sign a player development contract with a team in Kissimmee in the Florida State League. So who knows, at some point in the future, there may be some consideration for that.
Is this an easy rollover as far as there was tourist dollars for the Orioles? So now that same penny or half penny can go toward the Braves?
It'll be the same, there are 5 pennies, so we'll be able to take bits and pieces from respective pennies to contribute our share to this project. But it'll work fairly similarly to that process with Baltimore Orioles.
Anything else, guys? Good.
Jeff, will you give me your spelling, your name, and your title and
I'll
take?
give you a card.
Oh, okay. Sometimes they like.
Okay,
to-
not a problem at all. First name is Jeff,
Uh-huh.
last name Maltsby, spelled M-A-U-L-T-S-B-Y. Title is Director of Business and Economic Development.
Thank you.